What's going on, you guys? Petplatypus here, and it's time to talk about Toriko chapter 343. I haven't made a video in quite a while. I do apologize for that, but you don't want to hear the story about that. You want to see this Toriko chapter review. Sadly, I don't really have much to say, which has kind of been the pattern with Toriko. Not that this was a bad chapter at all. It actually set up things very nicely, especially the way I came off of the previous chapter, but yeah, we get Dawn Slime in the beginning. We pick up where we left off. Everyone has like the long hair and shit. Dawn Slime jumps. Great artwork, but I mean, it is... I wouldn't say like the whole first half of the chapter's wasted, but maybe like the first third is a lot of him just... He jumps, splashes up water, he jumps in the air, he jumps off of like an asteroid or the moon and destroys it. He sees Neo, the demon, and he dies down, and there's this really cool looking explosion thing with like these rings going everywhere. And it cuts to Toriko. That was like maybe the first third of the chapter, if I remember correctly. It's kind of wastes a few pages on really big panels, but yeah. Thought I was reading Bleach for a second. Shots fired. No, I'm just kidding. I haven't read Bleach in forever. But anyways, so what ends up happening is he crashes down, I'm assuming on Neo. We cut to Toriko. Toriko's like, what's going on? What was that? Komatsu basically says it's been like a few decades. And Toriko, really great reaction. At first it's his distance shot of Toriko. Then it's Toriko with kind of like this blank face looking at his wrist. And then he just freaks out like, what the fuck are you talking about? A decade? And Komatsu starts to explain what happened with like being in the spirit world. We cut into a flashback. And instead of showing all the games, we cut to the fifth one. It gets interrupted because of all these gourmet spirits showing up. And we also get that one chick. I don't know her name. But I believe she was in a... Maybe she was in a scene with Teppei a long time ago. I don't remember. But she's studying the safety zones. She's looking at little... I forget his name. The wall penguin. It's a real simple... It's like his name's like a sound effect, but I forget what it is. So she's studying his camping zone. And she's kind of saying it's kind of similar to the spirit world. And it's kind of like this thing that just makes you disinterested. You can't even... see what you're trying to see. You have no appetite for the creature that has this camping zone. It's kind of interesting. It's very fascinating the way it ties in with the spirit world. I'm not going to explain everything she said like in detail, but it is fascinating. It is interesting. I do want to see how it plays out. Aside from that, though, nothing else really happens that's worth talking about in terms of like, you know, in depth. There's like all those crazy gourmet demon things that show up, and Dawn Slime is like, yeah, so you guys, we get it. You're strong. This is over. We're going to go resurrect Ichiryu. That ending was insane. That was a great cliffhanger ending. What does he mean? Has he already done it? Because he has a completely different appearance. And he does have facial hair. Or it's what seems to be facial hair in the current time. So has he revived Ichiryu? Is he now like... that thing that fake Froze can do, like Joa, where, you know, they turn all the way into their demon mode. Has Ichiryu done that? And Dawn Slime's in control. What's going on with his appearance? In the current timeline, that's all interesting. Have they resurrected Ichiryu? Will they resurrect him? Is he still being resurrected 3 weeks later or whatever? The few decades thing, like, Komatsu doesn't look that different. He has really long hair, but he doesn't look that different. But 3 decades, that's a long time. Like, that's like 30 years, so yeah, I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, that ending was great. Great cliffhanger ending. I usually don't like when characters get resurrected. I like when characters die and stay dead, because death has more impact that way, but this is Toriko, anything could happen, and it could make sense for the overall story. So, yeah, but there's really not much else to say. Dawn Slime doing his thing in the beginning. Great artwork, really badass looking. Maybe took up a few too many pages, but that's more of a nitpick. The middle section of the chapter... Oh, and we also get the Whale King, like, sucking in fucking fish or spirit fish or something. I forget if they said it was just regular creatures or if it was spirit creatures, but Whale Moon sucking them in like Kirby, so that happened as well. And that's pretty much the whole chapter. I'm trying to think if I missed any details, but yeah. Camping zone stuff is fascinating. The ending's really, really good and also very interesting. And the beginning was pretty hype, although, you know, like I said, if I was to nitpick, it did waste a few pages. So it was a pretty damn good chapter of Toriko. I'd probably give it like an 8 out of 10. One last thing I want to say, I don't want to spend too much time on it, but when is Toriko ending? I know no one knows the answer to that question, but I don't know, it feels like when we were going in to the gourmet world. We had the Horse King Heracles arc, and it was a good length. We had the Monkey King Bambina arc, that was a good length. And then we moved into this another arc, and it was going at, you know, the same pace, maybe a little bit slower. And it feels like an editor just told Mitsutoshi, get this series done by the end of 2016. Like, I'm not even kidding, because it just shifted gears so fast to Midora and Neo and this giant other Neo, the demon Neo. And all this crazy shit with Jiro unlocking his seals is just, it's crazy. Shit just went insane out of nowhere. It still is insane. We skipped all that stuff. I don't know what's going to happen. Everyone, you know, branched off and went to look for one of Acacia's things all at the same time. It really feels like Mitsutoshi might be trying to wrap this series up, but, you know, kind of disguise it like he's trying to make it not feel like it's being rushed, but it kind of feels like it is. I don't know what's going on. Maybe the series is going to go on for like 1,000 chapters and I'm just being paranoid. But to me, something happened when the Another arc started to where it is now. There's a huge disconnect between when we switched over to all this stuff. So, yeah, give me your thoughts on that in the comment section below. But anyways, give this chapter an 8 out of 10. It's a very good chapter of Toriko. So, thanks for watching this video. Tell me what you guys thought of this chapter of Toriko in the comment section below. Follow me on Instagram. I post things there sometimes. Give this video a thumbs up. That would help me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already or if you like what you've seen here. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.